All right, all right. What's happening, Americans? Let's get into today's topics. Is Trump selling Americans for goddamn immigrants? So let's get into the America First gimmick put on by no other than the dirtbag himself, Donna Jawbone Trump. Let's talk about what the hell is going on. Because every time I look up and Trump bringing all these goddamn foreigners over here, rolling out the red carpet and this and that, it's constantly about them getting rich, about making it first for them, breaking these fools off while he gets nothing back but a broke back. That's what Trump is. Broke back mountain ass Trump in here selling America off like a prostitute. That's really what America's become. It has become the Melania Trump of the damn world. America is prostitutes under this damn Donald Trump policy. That's what he came in here with. America ain't nothing but what his grandfather came over here and did with his grandmother, opened a brothel. So that's what he didn't open up. He didn't open up the damn country to becoming a goddamn brothel. And it's been tricking y'all, but it's apparent to me. I done seen this shit a mile away about what this fool is out here doing. And the rest of y'all are the damn whores inside of the brothel. Mark Summers says he's bringing in Middle Easterners, says he needs to make America European again. Even Mark Summers got issue with Trump, bringing everybody in, bringing Russians in, bringing the Saudis in, bringing in the Kurdish. She bringing in all type of damn people, man. If you from anywhere but America, Trump is here to make you great again, make you rich. He gonna put you first because he's showing the hell ain't putting Americans first. America's so far on the back burner. Even at $2,000, he doing a 42 fake out on y'all asses that some of y'all think y'all getting. Cuzzo, you ain't getting that shit to the middle of the year, which means you ain't getting that shit at all. So I mean, damn. I mean, he'll be gone by then. So you definitely ain't getting that money. So hey, better luck next time. Better luck next time. Vlasica says refugees taking over. Says the Buffalo Soldier dreadlock roster on the 12th hour. Fly by me my bomber, man. It is over with, man. It's Donald Trump, man, in here running the damn country like his damn grandfather's house. A brothel. You see number holes in here. And the people flying over here is the pimps. Ready to pay to stick it in the ass of America, man. That's what he bringing over here. He ain't brought that other fool, been slicing motherfuckers' necks off and shit. Mirror always right in the building. Slew says Trump is the real whistleblower, man. Oh, absolutely. He bubble blower. He a bubble blower, man. He don't blow the whistle ass motherfucker. He trying to outdo Melania and shit, man. Boy, it's how you here making these deals and shit. He making the deals and America ain't feeling no motherfucking reward for that shit. Fucking Trump. That's why you always around them dudes in there laughing, giggly. He be defending them like he a girlfriend and shit. That reporter, he call reporters piggies and shit, tripping on the girls. How dare you, nasty women? It's a nasty woman. That's a telltale sign. This fool may be a little zesty and shit. He may really hate women. He always attacking women. You're a nasty woman. Then y'all hugged up on dudes and shit. That fool be when the camera's off, they back there playing grab ass and shit. And then Velocica says you killed your panel with the says with that India sample, man. Oh my god. Not even just that one. The one that really killed them off was the Boone Clat bachelors. That motherfucker do listen to that shit today. I'm listening to that shit today. Hey, we gotta finish that one, man, because the title thing ended up messing up. We gotta continue. I still got more songs. This time, man, that motherfucker had me dying, man. He be getting so motherfucking mad at me. Man, you cheated. Him and Brandon watched the hate asses, man. Like I say, I'll be listening to that damn music. I come across so much shit. Yeah, that shit threw him off. That shit threw him off. And that in your one. Them fools mad. I was laughing like a mug at that shit. That fool was really mad. That all that shit was let me know, oh yeah, I'm winning this shit. Compliment with the hate, man. The hatred is a compliment. That's why I don't be tripping off this shit. I laugh at everything. I see through everything, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that hater shit is flattery, man. You know, see, I appreciate that shit. I was dying. I was like, yeah, I'm smoking these fools. They was lucky Twitter. Man, even title had to shut down. I was annihilating them fools so bad. And CJ in the building, he said that shit was fun and funny, man. Yeah, that shit had me dying on me. Yeah, I was mad that shit did not come back up until like later in the day after we was already talking about cars and shit. But yeah, I was like, man, we got to finish that one off. He says y'all niggas be turning it into a says y'all niggas be turning into a competition. No, that's the two hater ass motherfuckers that jump on there. That'd be Brandon and that motherfucker Deuce Times. I have appreciation for music. I don't be trying to compete with these fools. That'd be them. They hate on every damn song and then they play some old garbage ass shit. TB in the building says salute. That'd be the crazy shit. The niggas who hate the most on the music play some of the most ridiculous shit you can ever hear. Even you know what else I was laughing at with this nigga Deuce and how he can bash like real good music is when I play that damn Tupac song and then I play that Asian dude as a joke. That nigga liked that shit. I said, what the fuck, bro? He thought that shit was banging. I said, "Oh my god, man! Oh my fucking god!" But I couldn't stop laughing. I was watching the replay on that live. You know they stopped some of the songs, but at least they don't cut the stream off. And hell, I might end up doing that backup channel, just going live off the YouTube one once they hit it. Once they shut it down, then just continue on with the title stream. So I might end up doing that. I just might end up doing that. I got to figure out how I can end if I'm doing two of them. How do I end one without having to end the other? I'm gonna figure that shit out. But yeah, I enjoyed that one yesterday with the originals and then the samples. That was very dope. Salute to CJ for that one. And then, but yeah, that's all I want to get on here, man, to talk about this little busted ass president and the fact that, man, everything that he does, it looks far away from what he's been talking about. Though nothing that this fool been nothing that this fool has introduced into this current presidential cycle look anything close to being America first. None of it. His investments, this place putting money in, that place putting money in, they putting in your motherfucking G string, Trump. That's where they putting that shit. And then you busting on your knees and doing what you was doing at Epstein house to Bubba. Yeah, Putin got them forward. That's why you flew the airplane, fucking decorating shit for Putin and shit. Making Putin feel real special and ready to sell. Motherfucker was trying to glaze motherfucking Putin up so much. He talking about selling Putin back Alaska and shit. That's why he's talking all that Greenland shit to replace it so we still have a 50th state. See, I'm gonna get this one to Putin so he'll give me that picture that he got with me on my motherfucking knees like my supporters want to be and shit. And we just gonna take Greenland and replace it. They ain't got nothing to the damn flag. Just remember. I mean, since the stars ain't got shape of states, you just keep in your mind that Alaska no longer there. We'll have Greenland in this motherfucker. There ain't shit in that motherfucker. I want Greenland. Man, if we beat Trump the fuck up, he do that whole ass shit. Before we done build roads in that mug, infrastructure, you talking about giving it to Putin. Motherfucking beat you and your motherfucking little broad up and get you the fuck out of here. It's time to kick this motherfucker about this damn country, man. Send Trump back where his heritage, since he like being part of heritage foundations and what's that little Charlie Kirk Foundation bullshit? They sent me a letter and I said fuck them up. I pissed on and threw it in the trash. Should have mailed it back to the motherfuckers. But that shit's called whatever the fuck it is, irrelevant as hell to me. But yeah, send them all back to where the fuck they came from. They don't hold American values. Nothing about them is American. That's why it's no such thing as America first. Ain't nothing been America first with these fools. Everything's been first to their goddamn pockets and everybody else. You know, it's crazy. I was reading something in the news because I think we was bringing that shit up yesterday. during that live stream on Twitch. I think it was you, CJ, talking about where they put out something about limiting corporations from buying properties and shit. So it came up in some session. It came up in the state session where they going through certain bills and all that shit, and they put a limit on the number of properties that can be purchased by corporations. But I don't think it does enough because it stated in this bill that they're able to buy 1,000 homes or so. Let me see. Then they passed a new crime bill. I want to look into the Nevada crime bill, see what's in that shit. Who does it target? What does it look like? Because currently out here in Las Vegas, we got a damn incident. We done had two incidents. One with a stupid motherfucker driving a car and hit 12 cars, killed two people. This is dumb motherfucker's second accident in less than, what is that, 2 months or something? And now he done created this badass accident. And then you had a fool the other day getting into a road rage incident, and this is a stepfather getting into a road rage incident that leads to his stepson, 11-year-old boy, being shot in the head by this little twerp who Donald Trump and him don't fucking speak out against, because this dude didn't come from over no damn wall. He doesn't come from south of the border. He ain't in here driving big rigs and can't speak English. He looked like he came out of Trump's son's bedroom. He looked like one of them boys that Trump and them like fucking with. He done pulled a gun out over damn road rage incident. And his first instinct is to pull his gun and fire it into the back seat, and he strikes an 11-year-old boy in the head and kills this little kid. But you don't hear nothing out of this damn clown sitting up in the White House, a little punk who don't give a shit about America first. And that's why everything in America looks as if, this dictator type motherfucker looks to address the American citizens with violence. But then when these damn people who can, harbor terrorism and allow for the training brigades of people who fly planes in this motherfucker. That's how Turkey was able to come over here so swiftly. Because Turkey knew the people in leadership in America ain't nothing but a horse. We move right on in on these prostitutes. Put a pole up, flash some money, and these little prostitutes over in America get to spinning for it. Yeah, they call them the 1%, the wealth class over there. They're a bunch of whores. Yeah, we'll go up over there. Yeah, we don't give a damn what we did in the past. The hell with that shit. These hoes love nothing more but they'll sell their own mama out for a damn buck. Let me see. Where's this one with the housing thing and the corporations? Let me find that. There's a couple of Vegas stories I want to bring up. But yeah, you don't hear nothing from the major news networks. If this had been a Mexican kid who had fired into that vehicle and struck a white kid, it'll be all over national news. But you don't hear nothing about it. I have to speak about it to other people. Let me see. Special session expanded to include debate over housing. I think this is the one dealing with the corporate housing thing. Vegas news sites is fucking so goddamn garbage. I was looking at this on one of these other news networks. We got some of the laziest fucking journalists I've ever seen in my goddamn fucking life. Let me see, where is this shit? These fools don't write shit well. They don't cover shit. They're about as bad as some of y'all writing in the chat. Let me see. Let me find this Channel 3 news. There's a pretty solid article speaking about this corporate scheme to force people into rentership, and while raising the pricing on houses and shit. Let me see, where this shit go? Now all of a sudden I can't find this shit. Let me see. Dealing with the governor. No, yeah, our news websites are just doodle out here. Let me see. That's why I'm always including myself in the LA news and shit. Act like I'm still out there. Let me see, where is this piece of shit at with this housing thing? Port of Philly fueling strongest October housing market. Sure, it was. And that's the other thing with Trump and them. They end up hiding labor and statistics information. Like I was telling fools, telling Pittsburgh T and them who don't know nothing, they just kissing Trump ass. He hiding all type of data because how bad the writing on the wall is. Corporate. Oh wait, no, that's corporations. Corporations buying homes. Let me see if that's gonna pop it up. Let me see, bipartisan effort. Damn, I had just seen this damn article in here earlier. Let me go to CNN. It's probably on CNN's website. Since the regular news out here can't cover this shit. Let me type in Nevada housing. Because they broke down what did they outline in this shit for these companies that come in here and buy up everything. Now all of a sudden I can't find the goddamn article. Let me see. Oh, hold on. I know I can go. I'll go in here. Nevada limits corporations home purchases. Let's see where the articles at. Here we go. Limits corporations. Damn. Oh no, I couldn't find that shit. All right, here we go. Let's prop this up on the screen. I'm gonna be on here briefly. I ain't gonna stay on here too damn long. Just wanted to cover some topics. Always, piss Trump lovers off with exposing this little chump for what he is. He didn't sign that bill for the Epstein bill. Now we're gonna see what kind of crazy shit come up out of his administration and the people who protect him. So he got nowhere else to hide. The Republicans have flipped on him. All of them voted for this bill. See what kind of things they expose, where they're hiding. The case against Richard Comey, that's falling apart. He didn't been embarrassed on that front. We're going to see how the Supreme Court go once they bring his cases up to the forefront to hear them out or make their rulings on them. Bipartisan bill in Nevada Senate puts limits on corporations buying up homes. A bill introduced, let me blow this up. It says a bill introduced on the 7th day of the Nevada legislature's special session takes aim at corporations that buy up homes on the market, squeezing out prospective home buyers and contributing to high prices. The bill will force corporations to register with the Nevada Secretary of State's office and limit the number and the type of homes that they are allowed to buy. Original language in the bill is already being amended, and it appears likely that the limit will be 1,000. That's too much. The limit should be fucking 1. So they want to limit them to 1,000. So what if they create a bunch of other little small corporations and shit? So limit will be 1,000 family homes or condominiums / townhomes. Says that restriction won't apply to brand new homes. What the fuck is the point? Maybe they lowered it for new build homes or something. So the Senate Bill 10 passed the bill 18-0 with 3 absent on Wednesday, moving the bill to the assembly for consideration. The SB 10 was presented Wednesday by Democratic State Senator Dina Neal, says a Republican State Senator Ira Hansen. Says Neal noted that the ideal isn't new, pointing to attempts to pass legislation in 2023 and earlier this year during the 2025 regular session. Democratic Senate Majority Leader Nicole Cannizzaro is listed as the bill's primary sponsor. In the comments before presenting the bill, both lawmakers denied there was any horse trading going on regarding votes for the Las Vegas movie studio bill. That's the other thing. They're trying to bring one of these large studios like Hollywood type type studios out here so they can begin a film industry out here in Vegas. Says they crafted the bill from previous competing versions that came from Democrats and Republicans. And Hansen said it was time to get past that and present a bipartisan solution to address one aspect of the affordable housing problem. I ain't gonna read what he said. He said he believed Governor Joe Lombardo, who used to be head of Metro, he's now the governor out here in Vegas, so he's a former top cop out here. Think he ended up, matter of fact, he was leaving office when that fool pulled off that big ass massacre out here. Lombardo was the cop. I think he had won the election to become mayor, the governor already and shit. But that's neither here nor there. Says our goal here is to convert renters into homeowners. So instead of paying rent, they're building equity in their properties. Hansen said, "Yeah, equity in properties that pricing makes sense. That's what we want. Red speaks for the damn people too, because I want one of these motherfuckers, but not at y'all prices." Says in this case, the marketplace is not working. Says you cannot allow giant hedge funds, multinational corporations to enter into a market and dominate it to a degree it has. To the degree it has, one out of four houses have been sold in just the last 4 years. Says one out of four houses have been sold in just the last year. The higher says he said higher rents. It says he says higher rents are the return on investments for these corporations, and it's hurting young people. And they have been killing rents like a big dog in this mug. You talking about after the damn pandemic, the way rents jumped in that 1 month when things opened up was ridiculous. Home builders and their representatives lined up against the legislation, citing free market concerns and unintended consequences that could arise from the bill. So here these motherfuckers go and want to stand in it. And then you'll get them in when you have a recess, them out there meeting in the back parking lot with one of these goddamn assembly members, and these whole ass motherfuckers selling the people out, probably getting laced up with some money, or they send a little bad broad when these little virgin motherfuckers want to hit. And then it says they pointed to a number of legal challenges to the bill that could emerge. Proponents applaud the bill and signal out affordable housing as the only true emergency before lawmakers in Carson City for the special session. Carson City is the capital for you fools that ain't pay attention to damn school. All right, so let me see this other story real quick with this little punk ass dude who shot this damn kid over some road rage incident. And then when you looked at the damn Malibu most wanted looking fucking suspect, you get a little bit of sense of why you don't hear this story blowing up all over the damn news. So let me see. So this is the kid, and that's sad, man, that a parent has to bury this dude. Family has to bury that dude because of this little punk ass dude right here. Comes out and pulls out a fucking gun. And they even that stepfather, he got to feel like shit. That wasn't your kid. But, his intention wasn't to get his kid shot. People get mad behind these wheels. I'm guilty of that shit my goddamn self. Because I see people do so much stupid ass shit. The car is the one place that makes you so upset with motherfuckers. Because you deal with some of the dumbest goddamn people that you can ever spot in the existence of humans. And the fact that you've given them machines to operate on the road and they're already stupid as hell. They dumb even when they walk. That's why some of them get hit. So especially in Vegas, some of these fools get hit. It ain't always because and it makes it dangerous because the people walking dumb as hell and then the people driving is about twice as dumb as them and shit. So let's continue on. So the community is demanding answers. This is the opinion of this journalist. As after an 11-year-old boy was shot and killed in a road rage incident in Henderson. And it was crazy because a week before this, somebody was shot on they call that shit the 11, but the freeway used to be called the 9395 or even the 515. This freeway has like three damn distinctions of numbers on it, but they transitioned to calling the 11, but it's always been the 9395 515. Somebody got shot on there and shit, and the suspect is still on the loose, and they ain't blow that shit up. And I guarantee the suspect probably looks like this damn thug who shot this 11-year-old boy. Let me show you the thug. This is the thug here. This is the thug who committed this act. All right, let's see. So the suspect, 22-year-old Tyler Matthew Johns, is being held without bail on first-degree murder charge. The incident that left Brendan Dominguez Cavieria dead has garnered national attention. No, it hasn't. Says while John is charged with his murder, several News 3 viewers are asking about Dominic's stepfather. Valente Ayala says who was driving when his child was shot. So now they want to point it towards the person who is a victim and trying to make him as he needs to be charged for something. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. Says, I think the biggest thing you have to look at, says, put aside the shooting, says, but look at the event that led up to the shooting. His attorney, Matthew Hoffman, battle-born injury lawyers. Yeah, he sounds like a battle-born clown. Says, if anybody is driving in the car with a child, says, and they're driving erratically, says they're reckless driving, says they're driving drunk, whatever. Yeah, it sounds like a stupid-ass attorney. He says those actions in themselves can lead to a child endangerment charge. Says, but not in this situation. Says, so in this case, was there enough there for police to say, okay, he was the aggressor, says he was trying to drive this guy off the road, or he was making threats to the person. Says apparently it wasn't there. Okay, this lawyer's saying it wasn't there. Okay. According to arrest reports from Henderson police, Dominguez Cavier's stepfather was merging onto the 215 from the 11 near Gibson Road on Friday morning. Says that's when police say John swerved towards us. This is when they say John swerved towards them, which is the suspect, which I believe that because people do this little aggressive shit when they're driving. Police say Ayala believes John intended to ram his car, and that can piss you off to the highest level of festivity, somebody doing that. Says two vehicles became involved in a road rage incident. Says when they began jockeying for position. Says trying to pass each other on the congested freeway. Says one vehicle tried to pass the other vehicle on the shoulder, and at that time, both occupants of their vehicles rolled the windows down and got in a verbal exchange, which happens a lot. Matter of fact, they had an incident over here by the house, right over here where the UFC facility on the freeway. Motherfucker, dude, what happened to that incident? Think the fool getting a little fender bender. The fool get out acting a motherfucking plum ass fool, probably high and shit. Try to run up on the guy. No, he pull out a crowbar, so I think he hits the guy's car. Runs up on the dude. Dude had to lay him out on the freeway. Salute to him for laying his ass out. Then it was another fool in front of the. Is that the Paris Casino? It was a lady doing. It was a black lady. She's doing Uber or Lyft, one of them damn things. And the fool gets out, coming at this woman aggressive. This is Stand Your Ground, Las Vegas. She popped his motherfucking ass, left him breathless inside of the damn pull up, the entry to the damn is that the Paris? Yeah, the Paris Hotel, I think that was. Laid his ass out as she should. He should have learned how to control his temper, but maybe either in hell or heaven, he'll learn to control his damn temper wherever the hell he goes, if there is a place you go, or whether or not you just lay in that box or just burnt in your ashes and shit. Whatever it is, it don't matter here. So whatever happens to you, but live your life right while on this motherfucker. Live your life right. Oh, I see Deuce Times in here hating ass, man. I fuck Deuce up with that one. Like, he talking about research, Reg. It is always important to research, my brother. And that's what I be trying to push you towards, man, is researching, not Twitter and QAnon and listening to people who listen to Trump. Don't go that route, bro. We're both college educated motherfuckers. Break away from the Trump nipples that are on Twitter. Get off of that shit. But just always good to research. But I'm glad that you liked the music selected from me yesterday because it had you fucked up. Like, man, I ain't know this shit. Like Cuz says, Free America from APAC Shakur, man. Call it APAC Shakur, for real. Free America from all that shit. From outside interference, money, super PACs, all that whole ass shit. all that whole ass shit. And the people shouldn't be following what rich people got to say as far as where they want their country to go. That's why I always say, I've said this for years and probably a long time ago. Where does America see itself? And I ain't talking about the government. I'm talking about the people in this motherfucker. Not old bitter, retarded ass motherfuckers neither. Picasso in there rolling, Velocity Cuz says, hey, Cuz says, you see that video of them, little shitheads jumping that mother and her not, yeah, that was Chicago. They was talking about her ashy ankles. And you know, when I watched that video and what it made me think about why there's so much violence in the communities we come from. And why somebody will come back and knock all them fucking kids' heads off. And then what you will turn this young kid who dealing with that, their mother probably smoked out, and the kids in their community fucking with their mother. She on this shit she can't get off of, and rather than the community looking out for them, they clowning, because that's what we do. And then they hitting on her, jumping on her, recording, thinking it's fun. And now you leave a dark mark in that little kid who's that woman's fucking child, and he come back and smoke every single one of you motherfuckers. That's the way that shit kick off. I don't think nothing of cities that got violence and all that shit. All I see when niggas talk about they city got high murder rates, it lets me know you're in a city full of bitch ass people, bunch of mentally disturbed people, a bunch of deranged people, people who are emotionally weak as fuck. There's weapons out there for people who know how to think. People are easily pushed, manipulated, and conned into doing fuck shit. So anytime I see cities with high murder rates, it lets you know it ain't a bunch of real motherfuckers in there. You're in a city full of bitches. And bitch ass people who try to find power through the use of weaponry, which all of us can have, easily knock motherfuckers off. But when you ain't in the community looking out for your people and protecting each other, you just a bitch to it. And therefore, the police should be able to do whatever the fuck they want to people like that. So somebody raising all them little kids fucked up. I thought that video was fucked up, but I think the video should stay up because I think it's lessons in that shit. That's why I like posting that kind of shit. It's lessons in that shit. Many ways you can look at shit. Not to glorify that shit. Them little kids are bitches. But ultimately, it ain't the kids you point to. It's some old bitch ass adult raising them. Simple as that. And then Picasso says that was his plan. And he says y'all see C White says getting jumped on stage. Says is he still alive? Hell no, I ain't see that shit. Who didn't jump the homie Charleston White monkey ass? Man, no, the funniest shit is when that one nigga jumped on stage to come attack Charleston White, and that nigga hit that motherfucker with a plant or something. Man, that shit is legendary, homie. That fool is it. You might be looking at that video. Hold on, let me see if there's something on this motherfucker Charleston White. That motherfucker is comedy, dude. He comedy, but they waiting as he get older, man, to try to go after him. But no, I don't see that video. You talking about him getting attacked? That might be that old shit. The fool try to run on stage and that motherfucker hit him with the mic. Think he hit him with the mic. Then the fool got on there. That motherfucker threw a planter or pot at that motherfucker head. And then in the Velocity Cuss says, what would you do? It says, what would you do if that happened to Baby Owens in your BM? If she was fucked up, my kids wouldn't be with her ass. But it'll push Eric. That's why I stay away from motherfuckers. Because those type of situation when you seeing fuck shit from a bunch of people, it takes a lot for you not to want to go back and just rid the motherfucking world of these type of people. It really does. And I understand life and death with motherfuckers. I understand that shit. Understand what people, and that's why I be like pushing that where people have to really be in check of their emotions and how to remove yourself from situations. Cause these punk ass and when you look at the young kids, the kids is fucked up, but it's the adults around them. We pick up on a lot of shit from adults, and that's all I see from them kids. Those kids picking up what they watch other adults around their community do. And they probably doing that shit thinking they'll get attention from the adults. They'll be wild. Because to be wild and untamed ass kids brings a lot of attention from other fucked up individuals who love the company of a bunch of miserable ass people. But it'd take a lot to not want to really annihilate motherfuckers. Because they ain't no talking to these people. They don't take anything serious. The development of a bunch of these motherfuckers is all the way fucked up. And it almost comes to the point to where sometimes the solution to motherfuckers like that is to knock them off. That's why you get these old white politicians who look at these motherfuckers and can say Hillary Clinton ass shit about them, say Donald Trump shit about them. Because ain't nobody raising the motherfuckers right. They all the way fucked up. And it is all over the poor sectors of America. They ain't even just a black thing. Because most people look at it and things and attach that black shit to it. It's no different. You go in the poor, uneducated, white ass areas. You go in the little silver spoon, bitch made rich areas. And them old kids who ain't properly raised in them old rich homes where they parents ain't nothing but little whores that have found some rich dude and don't know how to raise their kids. And there's a bunch of little kids in the area, silver spoon, unsupervised. They act like bitch made kids too. And then CJ, so it ain't no black and white thing. It ain't just solely a poor thing. It is an unsupervised thing. And then it becomes where the education factors plays in part two. And the CJ says that's a step in, says that's a step in the right direction, says, but 1,000 homes is still a lot. Yeah, that's way too many homes, way too many fucking homes for a corporation to buy. And it just shows these legislators ain't serious about nothing. They ain't serious about shit. And then Steph said, he says, AO says West Coast Wednesday, B. Man, I don't know if we doing West Coast Wednesday. What you call ain't said nothing. Deuce ain't said nothing to me about it. And then Steph says salute to the chat. And then shit, we didn't get off till like 3 a.m. yesterday. I was shocked I made it all the way through work without going to sleep. Usually I take a nap. I didn't even take a nap at work. Picasso says y'all journalists give the news, says from their bedroom window. Man, these motherfuckers out here with Vegas news don't be reporting shit. It can be some old police hostage situation going on. They don't cover that shit. They can have a big ass standoff on the Vegas Strip. These sorry motherfucking journalists won't cover that shit. It be all type of shit popping off. They won't, even across the street from here, I think a nigga done killed this damn mama over here. Can't find that shit nowhere because there's a little crazy motherfucker living over here. They're doing all type of shit. This is probably from like 2 or 3 years ago. I think he done killed his mama and shit. The house is burnt in. That dude was crazy, man. And Ocasio says people don't respect blue collar jobs, says our workers, not because they're tend to be not the most educated people in them lines of work, and they look down upon people without the education. CJ says, what's your thoughts on the kid Dave? Says Dave being labeled as suspect of his girlfriend's death now. Oh, I'm glad. It took the motherfuckers long enough. He's a stupid motherfucker. They pull up who Dave is. Fool got a 4 in his name for Dave. He was fucking with that little 15-year-old girl. She was found in this fucking car. It took the LAPD long enough, but sometimes it's how investigations take. And I'm glad they labeled his stupid ass. He's a stupid motherfucker. Kid blowing up in the music shit. And then you go out like a fucking sucker. You go out like a fuck. He's a weird ass kid anyway. I don't know what the fuck this fucking little girl was fucking with, but that's also not to put anything on her parents, but it's when you lose control of your child and shit, and they start thinking they grown, they dealing with some older dude, then the sex shit comes into play. You'll lose them. You'll lose them. So here's a motherfucking singer. He's zesty his goddamn self. And so this is the fool. His music is weird, but you can see the talent in this dude. You definitely see the talent in this dude. So this fool go on music tours. This car that had been sitting in some neighborhood, he was in a Tesla, yeah. She was thrown inside the trunk in the car, and the car had been in front of this area for like a month or something. But they were saying this car was being moved from side to side to avoid it getting tickets. Because out here, I don't know if other states, if y'all get the street sweeper where you can't park on the side of the street for certain days for the street sweeper to come. You got to move your cars, or they can't be parked on the whatever side of the street for that day at a certain time. So they said that car was being moved from back and forth, and then the car ended up being towed and shit. And when they took it to the tow yard, they was smelling like decomposition. They found this girl in the fucking here go the car right here in the impound yard. So it wasn't until it got in this impound yard they recognized that shit. Found that girl sitting in there. So he is suspect. Did they arrest him? Let me see. He is allegedly not cooperating. Oh, he's not cooperating with the investigation. Yeah, arrest this motherfucker. He's a fucking idiot. He went on tour and all that shit. He said, "Fuck that hoe." Try to be his alibi. Probably had one of them weird ass friends of his is, and he killed that girl. Even some of his music is almost like kind of like he's giving out little hints and shit, laying out clues. Like there's some sinister shit to his music. Did he write some of his music? Is some of his music referenced off of what he may have done to that girl? But yeah, I'm glad they arrested this stupid ass. He did that shit. You gonna ruin off a fucking career you done just blew up out of nowhere. Like you had that kind of talent to just blow up, got the opportunity, and you done blew it. Killing the broad. What, over a breakup? Did you get her pregnant or some shit? I mean, what the fuck was happening? That shit was not worth it. He about as dumb as that boxer. It's a boxer named Felix Verdejo that did some stupid ass shit like that. But yeah, I don't, like I say, I don't defend criminals at all. We ain't got no love for stupid motherfuckers like that. Says he's about to get cooked, as he should. As he should. He should have did in Texas so they could electric chair his ass. Picasso says lawyers want to know who's going to pay their bills. Lost where that one come from. Picasso says stay in your motherfucking car. Oh yeah, talking about with the freeway shooting shit. Man, I done jumped out the car on motherfuckers too, and I'd be like, man, because them people do so much dumb shit, they'll push you off to them points, and the motherfucker could have shot me in my face for doing that shit. Ain't that how Joe McKnight is dead? Man, that Joe McKnight shit was so foul. Because I remember that the little punk ass, racist ass cop who I think was on fucking First 48. Let me see what did they give that dude killed Joe McKnight, man. Let me see. What did he fucking get? Because the dude wasn't even going to charge this dude for killing this dude. They weren't going to even charge him. Because it was in the people who was even at the scene of that shit that watched that old white dude get out, walk around that car, and blast him like that. That whole ass, here it is. Jefferson Parish Sheriff says who took Glazer into custody for questioning, released him without pressing charges while the investigation continued. Glasser was arrested for manslaughter December 16th, says, but was indicted by a grand jury for more serious. So they took it to a federal level. Second degree murder. Says this nigga got acquitted of murder but found guilty in manslaughter. So they didn't get him for murder. So he was sentenced 30 years in prison. Fuck him. And let me see what happened to that sheriff. Did that sheriff lose his fucking job? Because that was foul to do Joe McKnight like that. Wasn't gonna even charge this fucking dude. Piece of shit ass sheriff. That was some cold-blooded shit. Cold-blooded shit. But yeah, it's cautious like running up on people. But it'd be like, I be just want to avoid people. Cause I'd be like, man, that's why I don't be like carrying that gun. Cause I would kill a motherfucker. Like without even blinking. I wouldn't give a fuck, man. But it's gonna be on some righteous shit. Blow your shit the fuck way off. And then Texas G says, dang, says I seen Deuce finally gave up on the Clippers this season. Says pure some out. Oh, not pure, but pour out some of the he says pour some out for the homie. Man, my reading all the way off. Said pour some out for the homie. Man, that shit, man. Yesterday's show had me dying like a motherfucker, man. That nigga Deuce is funny as a motherfucker. That nigga gave up on his Clippers already and shit. He should have gave up on them when they lost last year. Hyphy says, peace, West Coast Wednesday. I don't see nothing from Deuce times. And hell, I've used the rest. I don't see nothing from Deuce. Usually Deuce would text me. He was in the chat. He didn't say nothing about are we doing the show? Because he probably didn't get no rest from yesterday neither. Hyphy says in LA says we can brag about beaches, palm trees, sunny weather. Says you gotta be hella dumb, says to be bragging about crime rates and gangs. For real. It's a lot of people who come from those elements that brag about their cities being murder capitals. I'd be like, man, ain't nothing cool about that shit. That just made me be like, man, fuck being around these motherfuckers. Where do all you murder rate motherfuckers hang out at? So I can make sure I go the opposite way. I do a motherfucking 180. I stay clear away from you motherfuckers. Where y'all hang at? Where y'all party at? Where y'all bitches at? Let me stay the fuck away from you motherfuckers. Cause you motherfuckers ain't got shit to live for. That mean you a bunch of hoe ass motherfuckers, get some liquor in you, get loud, want to argue over hoe ass shit, want to get in a little messy ass shit. That's why when you look up, man, I look at all this shit like they be doing the little content shit. Is so much of the shit with these dizzy bitches. They be in these houses, they move in together. I guess it's like the baddie club shit. And these bitches be in the houses, and all it is these bitches fighting. Swinging, they can't fight for shit. They just throwing a bunch of swings at each other and just to do content. Everything is content. I be like, God damn, man, we got some stupid motherfuckers. But that comes from why these motherfuckers are stupid is because of the parents. Because of the parents. That's why I always stood clear of like limiting on where I go with friendships with people. I be cool with motherfuckers, but I know to stay away from motherfuckers. I'm not about to be told what to do by motherfuckers. I'm not about to be lying to kick it around motherfuckers. I ain't about to be trying to fit in with motherfuckers because I feel that I'm a cool motherfucker myself. And guess what? I love me. I love me like a motherfucker. And motherfuckers be sitting in prisons over homeboy shit. Like, God damn. I look back at all this shit in life and just the young people I've known in life. That when I be, especially, and I be just to myself. That's why I like being to myself because I get to reflect on shit. And it be at this point, a lot of motherfuckers, even bitches I meet, man, they don't know nothing about me. They don't know shit about me, what I've been through, what shit lives internally, what I like to reflect on. They don't make not be interested if I tell a story on some shit. Or motherfucker I may be thinking about who ain't here no more. Cause we done lost people over some fucked up shit. Over some fucked up shit. Dead and like motherfuckers dying on the motherfucking concrete. On the concrete. Motherfuckers dying in alleys and shit. Dying in cars and dying in front of their homes. Being shot in front of, man, ain't nothing cool about that shit by some pussy motherfucker. With no reasoning behind doing that shit. Colors and some old man, fuck you, motherfuckers, man. We got some. And motherfuckers bragging about how many people they shooting and who's a killer and this and that. You killed the nigga. You snuck up on the nigga to kill him. You did some old slick shit to kill him. You some old foul, grimy, punk made bitch who need her head blown off to set a nigga up. Like some punk ass people in this world. And then Autobox in the building says salute to the chat, says salute to myself and peace. Hypey says, man, says F says, man, F Deuce says me and Jason says gonna run West Coast Wednesday until Deuce and CJ and Mex fall through. Man, I was gonna use the day off and shit. And then Steph says but they'll report Beast Mode parked away from the strip says because he was fucked up trying to sober up. Says fuck those. Yeah, that's exactly what the Vegas News will report behind everything else. That's just like they try to hide the story when it was because of a breaking story that happened up in Summerlin, like the little suburb, rich suburb area up here, where there's a person found inside their home killed. They found there was a little high school white kid that was on his way to school, had some murderous thought in his fucking head, went in his home, stabbed these people up, went off to school. When they ran their investigation, it's this fucking dude. And then Texas G says music lyrics is like him acting it out. Says it's a trip. Says he is talented though. Shaking my head. Yeah, the Dave. He talking about the Dave kid. Very talented kid, but his music, and especially after the shit he tied to, this is a sick-minded fucking dude and shit. And then Picasso says what rapper did that bullshit? Did what, the killing shit? No, it was that gothic singer dude. And here go Boycott. Let's see what old Ziodo shit she got. Says, I'm listening double speed to catch up. Says, number one, the Epstein bill only demands release of unclassified files. Says, who decides what's classified? Donald? The law changing, says the law is changing. The housing market favors the Zios. Here she go with her Zio, her favorite people. Lassie Cuss says, never leave the house never leave the house without the Saint Victor. What's that another way saying that I leave without that motherfucker. Cause it'd be like, I just leave the motherfucker because I'll be like, because I still a person that believe in fighting, but motherfuckers ain't gonna fight you. There's so many people dead over pussy ass people. Everybody got a gun. And then you don't want to be caught slipping. A motherfucker got one, you ain't got one. Now you at a disadvantage. Because if I had that motherfucker and the motherfucker just act way out, or you just get a motherfucker you think on some shit and you pop they shit off, and then when they investigate it, they ain't got shit in them. And now you charge it. Fuck it. We live in a world of bitches. I just wish people learn to just come in peace. Find happiness, be happy. Something wrong with you, go see a therapist. Go seek therapy. You're around bitch ass people that teach young people to do work, put in work and missions. Picasso says Thanos must what do you say Thanos must somewhere. How the hell Thanos must somewhere snapping his fingers? Says because these motherfuckers out here says taking each other out like some kind of population control thing. Nah, ain't enough deaths for population control, bro. Says the government trying to get us out of here too. Man, oh my God. Here go Picasso with this damn conspiracy population control. Ain't nobody trying to kill off the population. People just dumb enough to kill off their goddamn selves. Because if that was the case, they'll stop people from having births. And I see a bunch of bitches with a bunch of kids and multiple baby daddies and all type of shit. It take nothing. It'll take nothing for me to go out there and not pull out on a bitch I fuck tomorrow or some shit. It'll take nothing and to knock her out. Ain't no saying, oh, she ain't gonna be able to have that baby. It's gonna stop the population. Now, what it will do is fuck me over financially. Ain't no use of population control for what? It's a dollar tag to that shit. So that population control is a myth. That shit is easily to debunk. It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. And then Matt F says it's another person in this market to motherfucking have to buy shit that's meant to support what they want. You buying more junk. Matt F says Trumpstein. Now, if you ain't a person that's willing to work and give anything, this is a government that'll leave you out here fucked. And then hell, we'll make money out of that kid that's fucked that you can't provide nothing for. He'll live a life of crime. We'll throw him in one of our jails and we'll make money off of him that way. I mean, shit. Why stop people from having kids? Yeah, right. And they better make some damn great personal decisions. And he says Trumpstein giving all these rappers pardons says for some bubble. They be saying some rumors about rappers too. Because says ain't nobody gonna fight you. Says if they smaller, says knowing if you got better hands, says they're gonna want an advantage. Man, that's why I don't fight. That's why my last fight was that motherfucker talking about he had a gun. And that nigga thought I was crazy. Maybe I was fucking crazy. I don't know. I don't fucking know. And but for him, he probably thought I was when I fucking still in that motherfucking gym. Like, now I'm gonna wait for you to come back with that motherfucker. And then he walked back in that bitch. Here I am, nigga, hold my arms up, nigga, like, what's up? But in my mind, I'm plotting the roll. I'm about to do a Wesley Snipe roll on the ground and shit. That's what I was thinking, man. I watch enough Wesley Snipe movies and shit. Think I'm gonna be doing this shit and hit a barrel roll and try to get away. That nigga shoot all his bullets and miss and shit. I thought I was gonna do that shit. That nigga ain't had nothing on him. Oh, you pop faking, huh? What's up? You want to fight some more, nigga, or you want to finish this basketball game and fight after the game? He ain't want to do none of that shit. All right, then stop all that old Debo gang banging shit then, motherfucker. Fucking idiot. Motherfucker. And that was the other thing was making me mad when I see that fool. Here you are coming to a gym. This ain't in no gang ass area. You bring your ass out here because it's neutral. It's safe for you to want to get a workout. And you out here gang banging, trying to punk people. It'd be like some people go, like the gangster shit is needed, but this shit that people do, that is not no gangster shit. If people was really on gangster shit, you wouldn't have these high ass murder rates. You would not have these high ass murder rates. You wouldn't have motherfuckers being DP'd and jumped on. People tripping where people going. you have more shit being on if niggas is really gangsters. You don't have gangsters. You have people that was part of some shit, who then got on drugs, who then became alcoholics, who been raised by parents who are dope fiends and alcoholics, and they don't know what the fuck they doing. And they just externalizing pain and fucking anger and are reckless and making an abomination of shit. That's why Cartoon don't want to bang that shit no more. Because he finally seen, but he done a lot of fucking up. But he's recognizing that shit. Hopefully he's still a powerful voice without youngsters saying, oh man, the big homie done sold out, because they too ignorant to really see what he's saying. But sometimes, but to be honest, I think Cartoon needs to probably fashion his stories and what he's talking, because he's just like shitting on it. That was something he was part of, but I think the message can be stronger instead of just rejecting and saying fucking everything. I think you send out a stronger message, because the message is ultimately for the young folks who can learn from you, who can see it in a different approach. Because all that's going to do is turn them against you when you somebody they can look up to. You got a lot of history in that neighborhood, and it shouldn't turn to where people condemn you now or fake, want to fast you in their minds into being an enemy of their set. Like, and that's not the case. I think the message should be centered around probably delivering it much better than them, rather than becoming an adversary of theirs. And then Picasso listening to your limited knowledge, Reggie says, I have a thought. Says population control isn't just controlling the death rates. Says it's controlling the people. Says remember that was why we have remember that's why we have okay, I got you. Why we have borders, states, and passports. Says that's control. Says you got to go through a bunch of requirements. Okay, I got you. But most people, when they say population control, they talking about like the raids are killing people. I've always hear used in that way. All right, so better writing there, because that's why writing is important, expressing that shit. Much better. Because when you initially said something about population control, you was talking about the killing off of people. So that's why you're saying taking each other out. So you add more detail on the second part. But that's all I got. I don't know if Dude's trying to do West Coast Wednesday. Let me see. Because if not, I'm going to go to sleep. Let me see. And because saying thank you, you're welcome. Let me see. Let's see what he say. Oh wait, let me see. The Clippers must be playing. That's why he didn't bring this shit up. Because he's showing the hell and say, "Hey, we doing the show," and he says, "I'm going to sleep too." Yeah. I didn't get no damn sleep. I went to sleep after we got off that show at like 4 something. Had to wake up at 6 something, and then was shocked I didn't go to sleep when I was at work and shit. And he said, "Look, he said we can." Man, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. The Clippers must have played. Cause shit, I'm probably gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna tell that fool. Let me not even act like I'm putting it on him. Let me see. Oh, I'm about to tell that fool. I'm like way tired though. Look, I can tell he didn't want to do the show. That's why when he came here, he left the comment. He didn't bring up the West Coast Wednesday show. Oh, let me see. I was thinking his Clippers played or something. So they off today. So the Clippers didn't play. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Let me see. Yeah, that fool don't want to go. Yeah, we was up to oh wait, he said he do want to do the show. Damn, I don't. He says I do. Says I'm just going he's saying he do. Damn, man. Let me see. All right, give me like an hour then. Give me like an hour. All right, folks. Hey, I'll send a message if I'm gonna do the show. I'll set up a live stream on Twitch. As a matter of fact, I'll run it both on Twitch and this backup YouTube channel. But shit, I'm lightweight about to go to sleep and shit. I'm gonna try to get out doing this mug. But I'm out, folks. Catch y'all in the next one. He says, hell yeah, says we can do that. Said we can do that shit another day. Says damn. Yeah, it says, yeah, he gonna do the Afro man. Says just do an hour. Man, it's hard to just do an hour. Man, once I get rolling on these live streams, I'll just be rolling because the shit gets engaging and shit. And it's hard to shut that shit off. Cause an hour fly like this when doing this shit. That's why when I look up, I be like, damn, it's at 5 fucking hours and shit. So it's just it's hard to do an hour because it's just an engaging show and shit. But but shit, that's all I got, folks. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I don't know if I'm gonna go live. I probably don't. If not, I'll be live on that backup channel and Twitch. Peace.